The distant hum of antimatter engines echoed through the crystalline corridors of the Galactic Council station. Sunlight from 3 nearby stars filtered through the transparent walls, casting rainbow patterns across the polished floors where Earth's delegation walked with measured steps. President Han-Sol Park adjusted his formal attire, a blend of traditional Korean hanbok elements with modern diplomatic wear. His heart raced beneath the calm exterior he maintained. After decades of preparation, humanity would finally take its place among the stars. The main chamber doors towered 30 meters high, carved from a single piece of transparent aluminum. As they slid open, Park caught his first glimpse of the assembled alien representatives. Over 300 species filled the tiered seating, their forms ranging from crystalline beings to gaseous entities contained in environmental suits. Ambassador Yuna Kim walked 2 steps behind the president, her hand resting on a datapad containing Earth's admission documents. She noticed the subtle shifts in the chamber's atmosphere as the human delegation entered. Some representatives leaned forward with interest, others drew back in apparent distaste. Representatives of the Galactic Council. Park's voice carried clearly through the chamber's acoustic enhancement field. Humanity stands ready to join this esteemed body. Security Chief Do-Young Lee scanned the chamber from his position near the entrance, his cybernetic eyes cataloging every movement. Something felt wrong. The Brightwing delegation, usually positioned in the frontier, had moved to the upper levels. Their crystalline bodies reflected light in unusual patterns. Park continued his speech, unaware of the danger. Earth brings not just its resources and technology, but its spirit of innovation and determination too. The beam came without warning. A concentrated burst of plasma, invisible until it ionized the air molecules in its path. Do-Young's enhanced reflexes triggered too late. The security field around the president flickered and failed, sabotaged from within. Time seemed to slow as the beam struck Park's chest. The president's eyes widened in surprise more than pain. His final words died unspoken as he crumpled to the floor, a perfectly cauterized hole through his heart. Chaos erupted. Alien representatives surged to their feet, some fleeing, others shouting accusations. Ambassador Kim dropped to Park's side, but her medical scanner confirmed what she already knew. He was gone. Do-Young's tactical systems identified the source. 3 Brightwing assassins, their crystalline forms already shifting color to blend with the crowd. Brightwingers, upper tier, he shouted, drawing his quantum pistol. The assassins moved with practiced precision, their bodies fragmenting into smaller crystals that scattered through the ventilation system. But not before their leader broadcast a message that echoed through the chamber. Humanity is too dangerous to join the council. Their potential for violence cannot be contained. Emergency protocols activated. Force fields separated the chamber into sections as security forces from multiple species converge. Ambassador Kim activated her emergency beacon, signaling Earth's hidden defense fleet waiting beyond the system's heliopause. Get the ambassador out. Do-Young ordered his team, forming a protective circle around Kim. They fought their way through the panicking crowd, their training evident in every movement. Kim's voice was steel as she sent an encrypted message to Earth Command. Operation Starfall is active. The Brightwings have shown their hand. As the human delegation retreated to their ship, Do-Young caught glimpses of other representatives' reactions. Some showed genuine horror at the assassination. Others wore expressions that seemed almost satisfied. The ship's engines roared to life as they cleared the station. Behind them, the Galactic Council, humanity's hope for peaceful integration into the wider galaxy, descended into chaos. What the Brightwings and their allies failed to understand was simple. They hadn't prevented humanity's violent potential. They had unleashed it. In the ship's command center, Ambassador Kim stared at the station growing smaller on the view screen. "They think we're dangerous?" she whispered, her voice carrying the weight of the coming storm. "They have no idea what humanity is capable of when provoked." Do-Young's cybernetic eyes glowed as he received the first tactical updates from Earth. Fleets were mobilizing. Sleeper agents were activating, decades of hidden preparation were about to bear fruit. The galaxy had just learned the hard way: never strike at humanity unless you're prepared for the response. The klaxons woke General Ji-Woo Choi from a fitful sleep. Red emergency lights bathed his quarters in an eerie glow as the AI's voice cut through the darkness. Priority Alpha Alert. President Park has been assassinated. Within minutes, Choi stood in Earth's Central Command, his uniform hastily donned but his mind razor-sharp. Holographic displays filled the air around him, showing military installations worldwide activating their defense protocols. "Show me everything," he ordered. The command center's AI complied, expanding the tactical display. Thousands of red dots appeared, scattered across Earth's surface and near-orbit space. Each one represented an alien surveillance device that had just been detected by Earth's quantum scanning grid. Commander Na-Young Park strode into the room, her face grim. "The Brightwings didn't just kill our president," she said, bringing up additional data streams. "They've been watching us for decades. But they missed something crucial." The central display shifted, revealing massive underground facilities hidden beneath Earth's oceans and mountains. In these secret bases, ships unlike anything the galaxy had seen waited in darkness. Their hulls gleamed with dark matter containment arrays, a technology the aliens thought impossible for humans to achieve. "Begin Operation Thunder," Choi commanded. Throughout Earth's hidden shipyards, lights flickered to life. Crews who had trained in secret for years rushed to their stations. The fleet Earth had built in silence was awakening. In orbit, alien observation satellites detected unusual energy signatures. Before they could report back, quantum-encrypted signals from Earth's surface triggered their silent destruction. Thousands of monitoring devices simultaneously failed, leaving the Brightwings blind. "Sir," a young officer called out, "we're detecting multiple attempted communications from alien embassies on Earth." Choi's expression hardened. "Isolate them. No transmissions leave this planet until we're ready." Force fields shimmered into existence around every alien facility on Earth, cutting them off from their homeworlds. Commander Park activated her neural interface, connecting directly with the fleet's command network. Dark matter drives are spinning up. First wave ready for deployment in 30 minutes. The general watched as status reports flooded in. Earth's surface-to-space defense grid, hidden in plain sight for years, powered up. Particle beam arrays emerged from mountain peaks. Quantum torpedoes loaded into launchers disguised as commercial satellites. "They thought we were primitive," Park said, her voice cold. "They watched us struggle with chemical rockets and basic ion engines, all while we built this." On screens around the room, footage showed massive hangar doors opening in the sides of mountains and beneath the seas. Ships rose from their hiding places, their dark matter drives creating ripples in space-time that no alien sensor could properly interpret. "First wave launching now," Park announced. The ships accelerated with impossible speed, their advanced drives letting them ignore conventional physics. They vanished into quantum space, leaving no trace for alien observers to detect. "Message from Luna Base," an officer reported. "The Lunar Defense Fleet is ready. Mars Squadron reports full combat readiness." Choi nodded, watching as humanity's true military might revealed itself. "The Brightwings and their allies thought they were preventing a threat," he said. "Instead, they've guaranteed one. Begin transmission of Emergency Protocol 7 to all Earth citizens." Across the planet, humans received the coded message through their neural implants, another technology they had kept hidden. The message was simple: humanity was at war. "Sir," Park said, checking the latest updates, "the alien surveillance network is completely blind. Their remaining observers report seeing only our public face, the grief, the confusion, the diplomatic protests." "Good," Choi replied. "Let them think we're reeling from the assassination. Let them think we're helpless." He turned to face his command staff. "They'll learn the truth soon enough." In the depths of space, Earth's hidden fleet moved into position. Dark matter drives allowed them to ignore traditional strategic positioning. They could strike anywhere, anytime, without warning. The aliens had made a fatal mistake. They had judged humanity by what they were allowed to see, a species just learning to reach for the stars. They never suspected that humans had already mastered technologies they thought impossible. Now they would learn the price of their arrogance. The thunder was coming, and it would shake the galaxy to its foundations. Admiral Ta-Hyun Kang stood on the bridge of the ESS Phantom, watching the holographic display of Brightwing territory. Hundreds of worlds glowed before him, each one a potential target. His stealth fleet waited in quantum space, invisible to conventional sensors. "Begin Operation Phantom," he commanded. His neural implant transmitted the order across the fleet. Captain Min Ho-song's strike group was the first to emerge, their ships materializing near the Brightwing's primary shipyards at Crystal Haven. The Brightwing sensors detected nothing. Their crystalline ships orbited their worlds, unaware of humanity's presence. Earth's self-technology, developed in secret over decades, rendered their vessels completely invisible to alien detection methods. "Primary targets marked," Captain Song reported through the quantum comm. "Ghost protocol active." His ships moved into position, their dark matter drives allowing them to maneuver without leaving any energy signature. Commander Sun Mei Cho's fleet emerged next, appearing simultaneously at 12 different Brightwing military installations. The aliens' first warning came as quantum torpedoes materialized inside their defense shields, bypassing their supposedly impenetrable barriers. "Target their command and control centers first," Kang ordered. "No civilian casualties." The precision strikes began, Earth's weapons appearing from nowhere to disable Brightwing military capabilities. Crystalline defense platforms shattered. Communication arrays crumbled. The Brightwing military found itself blind and deaf, unable to coordinate a response to an enemy they couldn't see. Captain Song's voice came through again. "Sir, they're trying to launch a counterattack. Their ships are moving to defensive formations." Kang allowed himself a grim smile. "Execute Phase 2. The Ghost Fleet's true capability revealed itself. Cho's ships began shifting through quantum space, appearing and disappearing faster than the Brightwing sensors could process. Each appearance brought another precision strike. "Their fleet is in disarray," Cho reported. "They're firing randomly into space, hoping to hit us." The Brightwing ships, their crystalline forms refracting light beautifully, launched salvos of energy weapons that passed harmlessly through empty space. Earth's ships moved like phantoms through the Brightwing defenses. Military installations that had stood for centuries fell in minutes. Strategic command centers went dark. And still, the aliens couldn't detect a single human ship. "Sir," Song called out, "we're picking up widespread panic in their civilian communications. They think they're under attack by invisible demons." Kang nodded. The psychological impact was part of the plan. "Launch the quantum buoys," he ordered. The small devices appeared throughout Brightwing space, broadcasting a simple message in their language. "You struck at Earth. This is our answer." The Brightwing military command tried to organize a response, but their ships found themselves fighting shadows. Human vessels would appear, strike, and vanish before they could react. Their advanced sensors, capable of detecting the smallest space debris, showed nothing. "All primary targets neutralized," Cho reported. "Their military capability is reduced to less than 15%. Kang watched the tactical display update. Brightwing military power, built over millennia, had been dismantled in hours. "Begin Phase 3, he ordered. "Let them see what they've awakened." Throughout Brightwing space, quantum rifts opened. Earth's full battle fleet emerged, no longer hiding. Thousands of ships, their dark matter drives glowing with barely contained power, appeared above every major Brightwing world. The message was clear. What they had experienced was just a taste of human military power. The real force had yet to be unleashed. "Sir," Song reported, "we're receiving surrender signals from multiple Brightwing command centers." Kang opened a channel to all Brightwing frequencies. "This was a demonstration," he transmitted. "You believed humanity too dangerous to join galactic society. You were right. But you made a critical error. You struck first. The Ghost Fleet maintained its positions, a silent reminder of how completely human technology had surpassed their expectations. The Brightwings had watched humanity for decades, seeing what they wanted to see. Now they understood their mistake. Hold positions, Kang ordered his fleet. Let them consider their options. He knew the Brightwings weren't alone in their conspiracy against Earth. Other species had supported the assassination. They would learn soon enough that the Ghost Fleet could strike anywhere, at any time. The thunder of humanity's response was just beginning. Colonel J. I'm watched through enhanced vision as her Titan court emerged from their quantum transport pods. Each soldier stood 3 meters tall, their cybernetic bodies gleaming with advanced technology that Earth had kept hidden for decades. All Titans, system check. She commanded through the neural network. 100 voices responded in unison, their AI-enhanced minds perfectly synchronized with their quantum-powered armor. Major Hyun-Woo Ba's strike teams moved forward, their movements fluid despite their massive size. The Brightwing fortress before them rose like a crystal mountain, its defense systems already firing at the approaching giants. Show them what we can do, M ordered. The Titans activated their quantum field generators, technology that the aliens had thought impossible for humans to develop. Energy beams from the fortress passed harmlessly through their bodies. Ba led the first wave, his cybernetic systems interfacing directly with the battlefield's quantum fabric. The Titans didn't just fight. They manipulated reality itself. They phased through solid walls, appeared simultaneously in multiple locations, and moved with impossible speed. The Brightwing defenders panicked. Their crystalline forms vibrated with fear as the human giants tore through their strongest defenses like paper. Their weapons, powerful enough to shatter moons, couldn't touch the phase-shifted Titans. Second wave, engage, I'm commanded. More Titans emerged from quantum space, their armor incorporating technology reverse-engineered from a dozen alien species. Earth had watched, learned, and improved upon everything they'd seen. Ba's voice came through the neural net. Colonel, they're trying to evacuate their command center. His enhanced senses detected the Brightwing leaders attempting to flee through underground tunnels. Not today, I'm responded. The Titans activated their gravity manipulation systems. The entire fortress began to float, its foundations torn from the ground by forces the Brightwings couldn't comprehend. The alien defenders watched in horror as human soldiers walked through their strongest walls, shrugged off their most powerful weapons, and bent gravity to their will. This wasn't the primitive species they had spied on for so long. Quantum containment active, Bay reported. The Titans created a field that trapped the Brightwing leaders in normal space, preventing them from escaping through their dimensional shortcuts. Throughout the galaxy, other alien civilizations watched the footage in terror. The humans they had dismissed as barely space-capable were deploying technologies that shouldn't exist. Each Titan soldier demonstrated mastery of principles their best scientists considered theoretical. I moved forward with her troops, her cybernetic systems analyzing the fortress's weaknesses. Remember, she broadcast to her forces, we show them everything. Let the galaxy see what humanity has become. The Titans demonstrated their full capabilities. They phased through matter, manipulated quantum fields, and bent space-time itself. Each soldier carried enough firepower to level a city, controlled by AI systems so advanced they bordered on consciousness. Command center secured, Bai announced. The Brightwing leaders huddled in terror as 3-meter-tall cybernetic humans phased through their last defenses. Their most powerful weapons hadn't left a scratch on the Titan's armor. I'm stood before the captured leaders, her quantum-enhanced voice echoing through their minds. You thought humanity was dangerous. You were right, but you never understood why. The Titans secured their prisoners while demonstration teams continued to showcase their capabilities. They wanted every species in the galaxy to see what they faced if they sided with the Brightwings. All objectives complete, Bay reported. The fortress, once considered impregnable, had fallen in less than an hour to a single company of Titan Core soldiers. Throughout human space, more Titans were awakening. Humanity had spent decades preparing for this moment, building an army that combined the best of human determination with technology beyond anything the galaxy had seen. I am open to channel to Earth Command. Titan Core deployment successful. The message has been delivered. She looked at the trembling Brightwing leaders. They understand now. Humanity isn't just dangerous. We're unstoppable. The giants had awakened. The galaxy would never be the same. Director Yun Ji-shin stared at the holographic data streams flooding her command center, her cybernetic eyes processing the intelligence faster than any natural human could. The patterns were clear, but the implications were staggering. "Show me the connection web again," she ordered. Lieutenant Jin-Ho Park's intelligence team had spent weeks piecing together communications intercepts, financial trails, and quantum encrypted messages. The hologram expanded, revealing lines of conspiracy that stretched far beyond the Brightwing Confederation. The Mist Collective provided the assassination technology, Park reported, highlighting a cluster of data. The Shadow Dominion gave them safe passage through their space. The Crystal Alliance supplied intelligence on Earth's diplomatic protocols. Shin's hands moved through the data, expanding connections. How deep does this go? At least 12 major species were involved, Park said. They've been planning this for decades. The Brightwings were just the public face. Captain Seijin Ryu's fleet status appeared in Shin's neural feed. His ships were already moving into position around key supply routes. Commander Hai Jin Moon's battle group had reached the shipyards that had built the assassination weapons. They thought they were containing a threat, Shin said, her voice cold. Instead, they created one. She activated her command protocols. Begin Operation Shatterpoint. Ryu's fleet struck first. Quantum torpedoes materialized inside supply ships carrying resources to the conspiracy worlds. Trade routes that had existed for millennia went dark in minutes. Multiple enemies detecting our presence, Ryu reported. They're trying to establish defensive positions. Moon's forces hit the shipyards next. Her ships emerged from quantum space inside the massive construction facilities. Target locked, she transmitted. Commencing synchronized strike. The shipyards exploded simultaneously across 3 star systems. Decades of military infrastructure vanished in nuclear fire. The conspirators' ability to rebuild their forces died with their production facilities. "Sir," Park called out, "we're detecting panic in their communications. They never imagined we could strike so many targets at once." Shin nodded. "Show them the evidence. Let everyone see who really killed our president." Quantum broadcasts pierced the communications networks of every species in the galaxy. The proof was undeniable. Financial records, communication logs, planning documents. The conspiracy laid bare for all to see. "Their economies are collapsing," Moon reported. "Without the supply lines and shipyards, their military-industrial complex is failing." The conspiracy members turned on each other. The Mist Collective blamed the Shadow Dominion for exposure. The Crystal Alliance threatened retaliation against their former allies. Unity crumbled in the face of human vengeance. "Launch Phase 2, Shin ordered. More human fleets emerged from hiding, targeting military bases, command centers, and defense installations. The conspirators found themselves fighting a war on multiple fronts, their carefully laid plans shattered by humanity's response. "They're requesting emergency negotiations," Park reported, as desperate messages flooded in from the conspiracy worlds. Shin's expression remained unchanged. No negotiations. They had their chance for diplomacy when they murdered our president. Now they learn why that was a mistake. The breaking point had been reached. What had started as a plot to contain humanity had become the catalyst for their own destruction. The galaxy would never be the same. "Continue the operation," Shin commanded. "Let them understand the full cost of their betrayal." The conspiracy was exposed, their power broken, their worlds in chaos. Humanity's revenge was complete, But the galaxy's transformation was just beginning. General Wu Jin Kang's eyes swept across the massive holographic displays in Earth's Psychological Operations Command. Images from across the galaxy showed the impact of humanity's retribution against those who had conspired to assassinate their president. "Begin Phase 3 of Operation Mindstorm," he ordered. The quantum broadcast network activated, sending carefully crafted messages to every inhabited world in the galaxy. The first broadcast showed Earth's cities peaceful and prosperous despite the loss of their leader. The second wave revealed humanity's true military might. Titan Core soldiers striding through enemy defenses, ghost fleets striking from quantum space, and technologies that defied alien understanding. "Let them see what they've awakened," Kang said, as Ambassador Yuma Kim's diplomatic transmissions reached neutral worlds. Her words carried weight now, backed by the undeniable display of human power. "The Spiral Alliance is requesting a meeting," Kim reported through the quantum link. "They're offering to mediate peace talks." More neutral species were reaching out, hoping to position themselves favorably with the emerging human superpower. Admiral Ta Hyun Kane's fleets continued their advance through enemy space. Each conquered system brought new evidence of the conspiracy's reach and new proof of humanity's superiority. "Show them the reconstruction feeds," General Kang commanded. The broadcast shifted to show human forces rebuilding damaged alien infrastructure, providing aid to civilian populations, and demonstrating mercy to surrendered enemies. "Sir," a communications officer called out, "we're detecting mass defections from the anti-human coalition. The Mist Collective is seeking separate peace." The psychological campaign was working. Earth's enemies had expected a savage retaliation. Instead, they saw controlled power, precise strikes, and a civilization advanced beyond their comprehension. Ambassador Kim's diplomatic efforts bore fruit as neutral species began offering support. "The Star Concordat has opened their shipyards to us," she reported. "The Rain Worlds are providing intelligence on remaining enemy positions." The broadcasts continued, showing human technological prowess alongside scenes of Earth's culture, art, and accomplishments. The message was clear. Humanity was not just powerful. They were worthy of their power. "Their coalition is breaking," Admiral Kang reported as another enemy fleet surrendered. "They're turning on each other, trying to save themselves." General Kang nodded. "Show them the final message." The broadcast shifted one last time, displaying Earth's vision for galactic society, one of cooperation, advancement, and shared prosperity under human leadership. The response was immediate. More worlds abandoned the conspiracy, seeking peace with Earth. The anti-human coalition, born of fear and arrogance, crumbled in the face of humanity's true nature. "We're receiving surrender requests from 3 more major powers," Kim announced. "They're accepting all our terms." The human element had proven decisive, not just their technology or military might, but their ability to combine strength with wisdom, power with mercy. "Continue the operation," General Kang ordered. "Let the galaxy see what humanity truly is, not just conquerors, but leaders, not just warriors, but builders." The age of alien dominance was ending. The human era had begun. The crystalline halls of the new Galactic Council shimmered as Admiral Ji Woo Choi watched the Brightwing leadership approach. Their once proud forms were diminished, their crystalline bodies dulled with defeat. Behind them marched representatives from every species that had joined the conspiracy against Earth. Judge Min Ju stood at the center of the vast chamber, her black robes a stark contrast to the gleaming walls. The war crimes trials were about to begin, marking the end of the old galactic order and the birth of a new one. "Let the proceedings commence," Lee announced, her voice carrying through the quantum amplification field. Holographic displays activated, showing evidence of the conspiracy to billions of beings across thousands of worlds. Earth's representative So-Young Park rose from her seat, her presence commanding attention. "Today we establish the new Galactic Charter," she declared, "not just as victors of war, but as architects of peace." The details of the conspiracy unfolded before the assembled species. The assassination of Earth's president had been meant to prevent human advancement. Instead, it had accelerated humanity's rise to power. "You feared our potential for violence," Park addressed the defendants. "Yet it was our capacity for mercy that truly separated us from you." Evidence streamed through the quantum network, records of human forces providing aid to civilian populations, rebuilding destroyed infrastructure, and showing clemency to surrendered enemies. "The sentence will reflect both justice and wisdom," Judge Lee proclaimed. The Brightwing leaders trembled as she detailed their punishment. Not execution or imprisonment, but service. They would help rebuild what their fear had nearly destroyed. Admiral Choi watched as Park presented the new charter. Humanity would lead, but not rule. Earth's technology would be shared, but gradually. Power would be balanced with responsibility. "We choose to lift up rather than destroy," Park announced. "To build rather than break. This is humanity's true strength." The gathered species watched in awe as the charter took shape. Earth's leadership was not based on fear, but on innovation and determination. Not on conquest, but on progress. "Let this be remembered," Lee declared as the trials concluded. "Not as the day Earth took power, but as the day the galaxy learned to move forward together." The new dawn had arrived. Humanity had proved itself not just through force of arms, but through strength of character. The galaxy would never forget the lesson. Human determination, when challenged, was an unstoppable force. And so began a new era, with Earth at its heart, not as conquerors, but as guides toward a brighter future for all species.